Imagine a country that many people think is scared of America. But actually, it isn't scared at all. It's ready to push back. Very hard. That country is China. And today we're looking at how China used something as simple as soybeans to pressure the United States during the trade war with President Donald Trump. 1. China warns America. On the 10th of October 2025, just hours after President Donald Trump threatened new tariffs of 100% on Chinese goods, a well-known Chinese journalist named Hu Xijin wrote a very strong message on the platform Weibo. Hu Xijin, who is close to China's ruling party, said, "China is not afraid of Washington's emotional outbursts, and we are ready for any escalation in the trade war. Even more dangerous crises." He reminded people that the United States had recently punished China by adding 15 Chinese companies to a blacklist, putting sanctions on Chinese oil refineries that buy oil from Iran. Then he asked, "Shouldn't China teach the United States a lesson?" He said Americans were shocked because China fought back by limiting exports of rare earth metals, stopping the purchase of American soybeans. Hu Xijin ended with a warning. "It is better for Trump to stop blackmailing China. China does not accept blackmail." This reflects how President Xi Jinping sees the trade war. China will not submit to pressure. It will push back. 2. Trump raises tariffs. China responds. On the 2nd of April 2025, President Trump wrote, "It's Reciprocal Tariffs Day in America." Later, he held up a board showing massive new tariffs on many countries, especially China. He claimed China taxed American goods at 67%, which was not true, and then announced a 34% tariff on Chinese imports. 2 days later, on the 4th of April, China answered, "If America puts 34% tariffs on us, we will put 34% on all American goods." One of the biggest victims of this tariff war was American soybeans. 3. China cuts soybean imports to zero. In 2024, China bought about $12.6 billion worth of American soybeans. Today, China buys zero, not even 1 kilogram. According to the American Soybean Association, China stopped buying in May of the previous year, creating a huge disaster for American farmers. Here is why. More than half of U.S. soybean exports usually go to China. American farmers planted over 83 million acres expecting China to buy. In the 2023 to 2024 season, China bought 22% of the whole American crop and 52% of all American soybean exports. No country can replace China because China buys 61% of all soybeans traded in the world. Meanwhile, China switched to suppliers like Brazil and Argentina. 4. American farmers panicked during harvest. By August, Trump posted, "China is suffering from a shortage of soybeans. I hope China buys 4 times more from us." But China ignored him completely. On the 19th of August 2025, the American Soybean Association wrote to Trump warning of falling crop prices, rising farming costs, serious financial pressure. They told him, American farmers cannot survive a long-term trade dispute with their biggest customer. As harvest season approached, farmers became terrified. One farmer in Illinois, Ron Kindred, told the Wall Street Journal, "We will collapse economically if we don't reach a deal soon. The Chinese are not in a hurry. We are." He said he had sold only 40% of his harvest and had no buyers for the remaining 60%. Trump promised to give farmers financial aid, but experts said they might need up to $50 billion, which requires approval from Congress. Even if they receive help, it is only a temporary solution. For more than 40 years, American soybean farming was built to supply China. If China keeps buying mainly from Brazil and Argentina, the American industry could collapse. 5. China's deeper goal. Food security. China is not just using soybeans to pressure the U.S. According to Cameron Johnson from Tidal Wave Solutions, China now sees America as an unreliable supplier who can cut resources like soybeans or natural gas at any moment. Soybeans are essential for feeding more than 400 million pigs in China, the main source of meat for Chinese families. So China wants to avoid depending heavily on American soybeans. 6. Political danger for Trump. The states hurt most by this crisis. Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Nebraska, and Indiana are strong Republican states. Trump needs their support in the 2026 midterm elections. Many farmers now blame Trump's tariff strategy. Former U.S. trade official Harry Broadman said, "The Chinese want Trump to feel pain by making farmers point at him and say, 'This man is the reason for our suffering.'" And remember, during the first 7 months of the year, all U.S. agricultural exports to China fell by 53%. Harvest ends in November, and Trump still has no solution. 7. Why Trump's pressure strategy isn't working. President Xi Jinping is willing to absorb the economic cost because he refuses to look weak. Trump's approach, more pressure solves everything, is failing. China is strong and has many tools: rare earth metals, soybeans, huge reserves, many alternative suppliers. Trump recently added more penalties on China, expecting silence. Instead, China hit back again. He then threatened an extra 100% tariff starting the 1st of November and said he might skip the APEC summit. For American farmers, this was terrible news. 8. The big question. So here's the question. Could Trump's aggressive approach push the United States into a military confrontation with China before the end of his term? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and join us in our next episode.